brothers my guys, know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side, CJ Ike, now I gotta roll with ice. Oh, these brothers my guys, know that they fly, know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side, CJ Ike, now I gotta roll with ice.
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Paul, Spheric Reptiles, and I thank you so much for tuning in. For everybody who subscribed to the channel, who've liked and commented on the videos, I definitely appreciate it in supporting our effort in starting this ball python breeding, or basically reptile breeding business. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this video, which I'm just so crazy about pieds. I know that there's a lot of different pattern morphs out there, but when I look at the piebalds, and this is a female pastel pied, she has not really developed follicles yet. Right now, this is a female pastel piebald. She is sitting at around 2,000 grams. She's very big, she's very mature. Her follicle size is around, I'm gonna say the last time I measured it, 25 millimeters. So I have been pairing her up, but it's still, you know, we're gonna wait and see what happens, if she reabsorbs or not. But I have been pairing her up. She has been getting locks. But about the pods, because this isn't a video on breeding, this is basically just a feel-good video. One of the things that I noticed about them is that out of all the different pattern morphs, they are probably the most unique in the fact that they have the saddles with the white in there. And of course, I got a close-up video that you guys are probably watching right now, but there's no going wrong with the piebald. So if you were to go out and just say, I wanted a pet, I think that the pieds are the most fascinating next to the albinos. Like if you don't know anything about ball pythons, right? So in doing so, what you'd be getting is a snake that, even if, as with a lot of the ball pythons, they tend to brown out as they get older unless you do something to change that. But when it comes to the actual pieds, and you can just see how long she is. This is a 4-foot table, so she's about 5 foot long right now. I'll hold her whole body up so you guys can see her. But with Griselda, and that's the name that you guys actually named her a couple of months ago because we bought her as an adult. Yeah, you just can't go wrong with the pied, because you're always going to have a snake that has high white, and then they're going to have the saddles, or they could be very little saddles, or they could be a lot of pattern. And saddles, when I say saddles, I mean the pattern. So with her, she has a good mix of both white and pattern. But, you know, so this video, I'll just be showing you different piebalds and, you know, the evolution of them in different directions that you can actually purchase in, or you can go as a breeder, you can go in a different direction. So, hey guys, without anything else, I'll put Griselda back up and I'll get on to the next one. So guys, I also wanted to take some time to show you the differences in size. So this is a male, and he's sitting at around 800 grams compared to this female. If I can get her to act right, she's very active right now. So let me see if I can get her to act right. So I'll just put her on top so you guys can see the size difference. And you can just see how much more the female ball python species dwarfs the male. And that's typically what you want. I mean, of course, I already told you that she is about 5 feet long. He's sitting at around maybe 2.5, maybe 3 feet. So it's a big difference, guys. So, and it's really peculiar. Like, so when you're looking for a ball python to purchase, you definitely want to consider the size of ball python that you want. If you want something bigger, then you get a female. If you want something smaller, you get a male. So now I'll just show you some more pattern morphs, and that way you can actually see just how great this pied pythons are. I have Doja Cat, our yellow-bellied pied. She just ate, so I'm gonna be very gentle with her. But you can see the flaming that's coming up on the side. And you can see just how she is a little bit brighter than the traditional or the pastel piebald Griselda that I just showed. And she is sitting at around 1,300 grams. So she's not quite ready to breed. We're just trying to get her up to breeding size, and we're starting to monitor her follicles a little bit. So this is a yellow-bellied piebald. You can see that there is a big difference between the two, and I'll put a side-by-side on the screen so that you can actually see the screenshots of how they are different. You know, hey guys, this is one of the things, it's a huge color palette with all ball pythons, but in particular, when it comes to pieds, because of that white that's involved in the pattern, and you can actually see a lot more differences with them. So if you're looking to identify something, you definitely could use a piebald to increase your level of identification for the pattern morphs. So I'll just put her up because she did just eat 2 days ago, and I just want to try to keep her upright so that she doesn't regurge. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get another one, and hopefully you like that one as well. All right, so this is Jetty, our clown pied, and he ate yesterday, so I'm just trying to let him just kind of do his thing, try to keep him in focus. But you can see the clown pattern on his head, and you can see the emoji on the side of him. As he goes around right there, you can actually see just how this is one of the patterns that incorporates the clown and the pied. There's no other traits in here. I just wanted a double recessive visual male. So this is what we picked up. And right now he's sitting at around almost 400 grams. So he's getting up there. And as he gets closer and closer to our breeding size, we get more excited about what we can do with them. But you can definitely see the differences in the pied and the way that it's affected by the clown. Even though to the average eye, I can actually say that this would look like a pastel or a normal piebald with the exception of the head stamp. The head stamp is what really gives it away. So that's one thing that you can use to identify a lot of the pattern morphs as well. If you know a little bit about what the head stamps look like, and he's very active. All of my snakes are very friendly too. You see how they just keep coming and moving? I mean, they're not head shy at all, but this is Jetty, our clown pied, and I will get, hopefully, an animal that you've never seen before out next, and you guys just let me know what you think. All right, guys, so this is our newest addition, and she's in a smaller tub because I'm still acclimating her. She's had a couple of meals. In fact, she ate yesterday, but this is a black pastel yellow belly inchy pied that's het for lavender albino. So if you search Morph Market, there aren't a lot of these available online, nor have they been produced with the yellow belly in them. I know that right now, currently as this video is shooting, there is a black pastel inchy pied het lavender albino from Canova. But when we got this animal from them, it was the only yellow belly option that was there. So we wanted to use this, the yellow belly, to influence some different color patterns for the future. So, you know, one of the things that really attracts me about which snakes we try to choose for our breeding program, and this being crazy about piebalds, is that you can see how the oranges pop out significantly on this animal just from the black pastel influence with the inchy and the yellow belly. It's just really amazing how different color and pattern morphs. I think the if we were to look at an orange dream, we know that that can do it. If we look at a couple of other pattern morphs, we know that that can do it. I mean, fire can do it if it's mixed in with the right thing. So can the pastel. But again, you know, this is one of the beauties of the piebald, and the fact that when that pattern is right next to the white, then it really pops it out, you know. So whatever colors you get, that's what you get. And it seems to be a lot more contrast because of that white space in between the patterns that really accentuates the colors and things like that. So she still doesn't have a name that I can think of. I'm looking. No, she still doesn't have a name. So guys, we're still waiting on a name for her. So as soon as those names come in, I will let you know what name we decided on. But I just think that this is just a really amazing example of a piebald. And I'll show you our last example of a pied type snake as well. So as you can see with this dreamsicle, his name is Maximus. You've already seen him before in an unboxing, but he's got lavender albino, and he's a lavender albino, which is a form of albinism, right? And then he also has the piebald influence, and you can see that right there. I'm gonna just pick him up real quick so he doesn't get away. And you can see up under the belly, you can see that that carries over all the way. He also has some leopard, which is confirmed from genetic testing, as well as some probable blackhead from the head and confusion from the patterning. So we'll have to wait on those tests to come out before we actually try to breed him. He's around maybe 350 grams right now, so doing really good. We picked him up last month, and you know, we'll have to see what happens with him, but he's definitely a double recessive that we enjoy. I just really like this lavender albino. I don't know why, but I just do. Well, even the adults, and they're not as vibrant as this, but I still like them as well. And you can see just how long he is. He's around, this is a 4-foot table, so he's right at around 2.5 feet. So he's getting pretty long. So, you know, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with him, guys. But I'm just so crazy still about piebalds, and I want you guys to let me know what you think about all of these different animals and what you think about them, as well as if you have any, let me know. All right, so now you've seen all of our pods and the things that we're working. We got some head pods and things like that, and I just wanted to show the visuals off at this time so that you guys can actually see different examples of pods, so that when you're going to these reptile shows or you're looking online, that you can actually start to make a decision as to what's out there. Of course, whatever you choose, I just hope that you're being responsible with it and realizing that their care is in your hands. So, guys, I really do enjoy this hobby. Everybody that I've met so far in this hobby, and even back a long time ago, they've always been informative, you know. So I think that's the thing, is I always try to see what the information is, and if I can get something from it that will be positive in my experience in raising my animals. And I hope that you can use our channel to do the same thing. But if nothing else, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. But I'm just really interested in the comments. I know that the algorithm and everything, but I have a day job that pays all my bills. This is a great hobby. And if you get into it, whether you're breeding ball pythons or you're breeding black dragons or you're breeding, you know, blue beauties. I mean, I love blue beauties. So, you know, eventually when we move and get more space, I'm going to branch out into different animals, but that'll be definitely one of the animals that I pursue, because it's just so fascinating. But anyway, I'm fascinated about piebalds, and I hope that this information in this video has shown that, and maybe you can be interested in piebalds and be fascinated and crazy about piebalds as well. And if nothing else, guys, enjoy the time that you spend with your reptiles and enjoy the time that you have with your family.